Hey everyone, you're here with the soccer Pick Dawgz crew, Kirk, Goran, and Jack. Finally, Goran's not the center of attention. He always makes himself big and me and Jack small, so I should have made him a minuscule little like Pick Dawgz logo on the top right, but I missed him so much I had to give him at least equal size. So good to see you back, Goran, and we got our long format today with 5 games, 3 in the Premier League, 4 in the Premier League, and 1 in the DFB Pokal, which is actually a pretty good one. Only one I think that is worth talking about. But these English lads, they love talking about games that are just bad games. But I'm here to help them win some money regardless. They don't, especially Jack. He doesn't know too much about the Prem. But that being said, let's kick it off with Jack here. We got the Everton versus Wolves game. What do you have here?
Two key factors at play here with this game. Everton haven't looked great recently, or that's all this season, to be honest. They've not looked good in the last 5 or 6 years. And Wolves, despite the last result, they've looked okay recently. They've shown that maybe they don't deserve to get relegated this season. So I'm happy for them to go on the road and put up a good fight here. And I'm going to take Wolves or draw on the double chance in this one.
I'm with you here. Jack, I think we can agree. When Goran was wrong, we were trying to predict some of his picks, and I don't know what was in the air or he was flying through, but there were some picks where like this does not seem like a Goran pick. So I hope you're all right over there, Goran, but I know you're going the opposite way of us here.
What were those picks? Give me an example.
Oh, that was a crazy one, wasn't there, somewhere?
Ipswich money line was one of them. That just screamed like a Kirk pick, not a Goran pick. Over 3.5 in Bayern, we were just like, well, that's typical Goran, no chance of hitting. There was one that we did. Which one? I don't know. We'll find it. I don't know, but yeah, it was probably that one, the Ipswich one. I was like, wow, okay.
The air.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think Goran's gone here. Can't really hear him, but probably for the best because he has
Everton. He just raged. He didn't like us calling it out. I don't know.
He has Everton, so let's make us bigger. Goran can be background noise at this point. Let's go to the next game here. We have Chelsea versus Southampton. I'm going to start this one off. I'm going to go with Chelsea minus 1.5 here. Southampton, one of the worst teams in the Premier League, and Chelsea, I think they could go for top 3, maybe even top 2 this season. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Chelsea. So give me Chelsea minus 1.5 at minus 120, Jack.
Yeah, Chelsea look really good right now. Like, really good right now. Nicholas Jackson's finally scoring. And Cole Palmer's just being Cole Palmer, you know. Look, I looked at the minus 1.5, but I thought, you know, if the minus 1.5 is going to hit, they're probably going to score in both halves for that to hit, right? So I'll just take the extra value. Chelsea to score in both halves here, and I don't even have to worry about Southampton scoring any goals. Plus 115, I think it's a really strong price.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely a good price. Honestly, like it way better than mine. I mean, obviously, I like the price better ones plus 1 minus. Anyways, Goran has left us here. His internet is not very good so far, so hopefully he gets that figured out tomorrow. But he has Chelsea team total over 2.5. Now we go off to Fraudville. Between 2 teams, these are honestly my most 2 fraud teams in the whole Premier League. I'm not going to lie. Villa's top of that list. I don't speak about Brentford a lot, but I think they are. I don't know what I think they are. I think they're just like a tier 6 side. Like I
mean, it's tough, right? Because you have a player like Ivan Toney who has been like a big key to their success over the years, like the last 3 years or so. And then Saudi Arabia comes knocking on the door, throws like $300 a week at him. Well, of course he's going to go. You know, you're kind of stupid if you don't. And they didn't really get a chance to replace him, nor do they have the club reputation to find a big goal scorer to replace him, They've done well in continuing the form with Burma and players like that, but they can't score every single week. They're going to have weeks where they have an off day, and that I've seen that way too much recently to take any sort of over here. So I'm getting under 3.5 at -167. Villa also not looking great. So yeah, I just don't think these teams can combine for 4 goals playing against each other, which is exactly why I'm taking the under 3.5.
100%. Goran here is on the both teams scoring over 2.5, so you need 3 goals for both of you guys to hit this pick. I'm actually going with Villa on the money line here. I think this is actually I know. This is actually the only spot. I mean, I might be daydreaming. I don't know what I was doing. I'll play some daydreaming music in the background. Yeah, I don't know. I was probably sleeping this one, but Brentford, I don't trust on the road. Villa has been serviceable at home, beat the best 2 teams in Europe at home. Bayern is number 1 and number 2, obviously, so that's why they keep them. Why not enough of this music? Anyways,
I couldn't even hear the music anyway.
I think we're getting a good price here on Villa, and I'm gonna take the shot with them. It's probably honestly almost a premium for me. I really like this price here on Villa. So we'll see if it's on the premium card or not tomorrow. But regardless, let's go to the last game here between – I don't even know what to call Man City. Give me a good nickname for City. I use Fraud Bomb.
Can I go off PG here?
I don't care.
Man Shitty is what they are right now. Man Shitty. They suck. They are so bad. And I'm honestly surprised they didn't go to Anfield and lose by more with that performance. It was a disaster. It was absolutely bottom of the barrel, and it has been for the last month at least now. However, this is like the perfect spot for them to get back on track. They're playing against a team who on paper isn't good, but they're in really good form. So it's one of those games where you look at it on paper, you go, okay, we should be winning this. And then you look at their form and you beat them and you say, well, we've just beat one of the best teams in the Premier League so far this season. So it's the perfect spot for them to get a result here. And I think they will do so. At home, it's Man City. So give me Man City -1.5 at plus money.
Yeah. For me, we've been saying that a little bit too much lately. It's Man City. It's Man City. Yeah, it is Man City. And they have won a game in 7 games, and that's the Man City I'm looking at right now. Nottingham on the road. I think they'll be pretty strong defensively here. So I'm going with the under 2.5 at plus 130. Goran has City to win and both teams to score at plus 170. Now to the game of the day over in Leipzig. We got Leipzig versus Frankfurt, which honestly should be a very, very good game. It could see a 1-0 or like a 4-3. Either way, even if it's 1-0, it's going to be a very exciting game. There's going to be tons of chances. I mean, Omar Marmoush, he might be the best player in the world right now. I'm not even joking. I mean, it's just insane what he's doing. But with that being said, I have Leipzig on the money line this one. This is the perfect spot for them to bounce back. They haven't played well lately, but Frankfurt on the road. Both these teams have a lot of history, know each other, but Leipzig at home, they're probably not going to do anything in the Bundesliga. So this is a cup that they have actually won in the past 3 years or like twice in the last 5 years or something. So they get up for this cup. So this is a pretty big game for them here, and I'm going to back Leipzig on the money line. Goran has both teams to score in over 2.5. What do you have here, Jack?
Yeah, obviously, I think it's important to say we are recording this on Tuesday night. Tuesday night for me. And you kind of never really know with these cup games. And I wouldn't like to pick any side until I see the lineups, especially in this one. I don't follow the Bundesliga under a microscope by any means. So I can't really say how much either team are really going to put all their first team players into this game. But I think this game... Okay, so I mean that probably plays into my hand even more because I think Frankfurt have been involved in a lot of open games this season, and with a team like Leipzig at home, they love to control the game and make chances. So the over 25.5 shots combined for both teams at -115 This honestly feels like a freemium for me. I think we're going to see a lot of shots. Can't really trust they're going to be on target. I think the line was at over 9.5, which I guess is quite low. But I'm just preferring the shots overall here.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, we've seen two giants go down in this competition just today, as we're recording this Tuesday. I mean, haven't seen the Bayern highlights, but saw Neuer got a red card in the 18th minute. So need to go take a look at that. I mean, and then Arminia Bielefeld beating Freiburg 3-1. I mean, that's a pretty big shock. Freiburg had a pretty good lineup out there, so anything can happen in this cup. I mean, that's why it's the best league in the world. Fourth-tier teams have a chance to beat the top-tier teams because there's just so much insane talent you don't know about. But with that being said, thank you guys. Goran should be back tomorrow. He said that the last 4 days, so who knows if he's telling the truth or not. So, but thank you guys. You know where our best bets are. PickDawgz Premium. Link for those is in the description. We're all pretty hot right now. I think we're all on the 7-day leaderboard right now, all three of us. So put us all together and get everything we do. All of us do something differently. We got NFL, NBA, college basketball, rigging European matches, all that and more. So thank you guys and have a good one.